Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, and welcome back to the Baseball Head 2, and hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. As you know, the Yankees, they beat the Red Sox 2-1 in the wild card series. The Red Sox are a very talented team. They're a young team. They're going to be very formidable in the years to come. And they had a very good season because they did not look like they were going to go far. I thought they were going to finish in last. So to see how well they played, that's good for them. So they lost to the Yankees. I would mention in Game 2, Jazz Chisholm had run hard at it, from first base to start that, that rally. It might not have been a close play at first. At home play, excuse me. But be that as it may, we love talking about Michael Kay because he's so unhinged and he's really not okay. I feel like, what was the character that, what's his name used to do, Franken used to do on Saturday Night Live? He's special, he's different, and people like him. Well, not too many people like Michael Kay. Now the one thing about doing talk shows every day is you come up with like crazy stuff sometimes, and this is a very strange analogy. And I think he's been trying to sort of take a jab at your host, not knowing that he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's how I take it, because I did a video on Wednesday, and then I guess he said this on Thursday during his program. Well, thank you, Michael, Mr. Okay, Mr. Not Okay. I appreciate you watching. I know the media watches. They love my videos. They go, excellent. Most of them laugh about it, but this guy, I'm sure, bothers him. And he's still complaining about this stuff. Headline from Awful Announcing, Michael Kay jabs Mets fans with Sydney Sweeney metaphor. I don't know if you folks know about Sydney Sweeney, but there's only one description to describe her as, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What guy had it better? The guy who got the 3 dates with Sydney Sweeney, or the one that got shot down right away? Now, that's a very strange analogy. Michael Kay is undoubtedly in full celebration mode today after the New York Yankees defeated the Red Sox to advance to the American League Divisional Series against the Toronto Blue Jays. The TV voice of the Yankees have taken delight in seeing his squad defeat its division rivals, but he has also been gloating since the playoffs started in the direction of the New York Mets fans. Now, people are breaking his balls on X, and he's got rabbit ears, so everybody bothers him. Whereas Mets fans have given Kay a lot of grief during the MLB season, especially over his comments about Juan Soto. The fact that the Yankees are in the playoffs and the Mets are not has given him plenty to crow about. Okay. Really, who cares? The only one that cares about this is Michael Not Okay. Now, your host thinks this is funny. I think all of this is funny. I think everything's funny, to be honest with you. That's the sick mind. That's the kind of person I... On Thursday's show, before the Yankees closed the door on the Red Sox, Kay was discussing how Boston fans love to razz Yankees fans whenever they beat them. But Mets fans have a particular beef with their crosstown rivals. Geez, you wonder why. He ended up launching into a mini rant against Mets fans during the Michael Kay show, which included a specific metaphor about dating actress Sydney Sweeney. Okay, let me read this. This guy is really, really strange. The Red Sox, if they beat the Yankees, they have the right to lord over them. They really do, said Kay. The thing that I don't get is that some Mets fans are just waiting, gleefully waiting to say, look, you lasted 3 more games than we did. There's no difference between not making the playoffs and losing the wild card. None. I guess that was a response to your host saying that. Believe me, at any point the Yankees lose, we're gonna drop the hammer, drop the big leg on Not Okay. So my question to you would be, if you had a chance and you asked Sydney Sweeney out on a date, and she turned you down, but then she said yes to another guy, and they went on 3 dates, and it didn't work out. What guy had it better? The guy who got the 3 dates with Sydney Sweeney, or the one that got shot down right away? Well, I got a question. A woman that looks like that, that's high maintenance. That's a lot of work. I would know. That's a lot of work. Beautiful blonde like that, that's a lot of work. He might have broken it off. You don't know the circumstances. Why are you using this as an analogy? Met fans, for the most part, what I would say, you really should pipe down about it. Oh, look, it's only 3 more games than we played. We're waiting for you in Cancun. Yeah, in your ballpark for the last 3 days is a Spirit Halloween, okay? While the Yankees are pouring about 50,000 people a game into their stadium for the wild card, do they want to win? Of course they do. And if they lose, the season would be a failure. But what's more of a failure? Adding one of the best players in baseball history to a team and not making the playoffs, or subtracting one of the best players in baseball history and making the playoffs? So I know the Mets fans are going to try to change the narrative. Some Mets fans say, oh, you didn't even last that much longer. It's just one series. One series is better than none. One series is better than none. You know, I mean, really, he cannot get past the fact that he basically lied about Soto during the season, that Soto wasn't happy. He was telling us, telling the audience, his audience, that Soto didn't want to sign with the Mets. He wanted to come back to the Yankees. But his family, I guess, told him not to do it. And, even if his family told him not to do it, that's his family. Now, we know that he's been with the Yankees for 35 years. He was a radio man with that jerk off. I mean, with that broadcasting laureate, John Sterling, for many years. And then he's been on the Yes Network since 2002. And he's been the primary guy on TV. Now, he also has had this ESPN show, which he couldn't beat Mike Francesa. He couldn't beat Craig Carton and Evan Roberts. And he couldn't beat Evan Roberts and the rather droll and boring, the very interesting Tiki Barber. But the thing is that we know that he got this word down from the higher ups, from the Yankee brass. Probably Randy Levine. Randy came down, has probably been complaining about the fact that Soto signed with the Mets last offseason. He's mad that Met fans were making fun of him. He's mad that the host has been doing videos on. I'm going to tell him it's not okay. I'm going to stop with the videos. I will do these videos until the Yankees lose. When the Yankees lose, I will do a video and I will spike the football. I break balls till somebody cries. That'd be great to see Not Okay cry on the air. Oh, great. He looks like a crier. Like when he's home and he cries over things. He doesn't stop complaining. This stuff about Soto started back in June. And he's still complaining about it. 4 months later. Brings it up. A better man would drop it. Which probably should be my advice to myself, to be honest with you. I should drop it. But, he's a fun character. Like I said, I did a video on him in June about this whole thing with Soto, and it just exploded. It did so well. Got so many subscribers, and people just don't like him. And he's such a grumpy guy. Really. Let me finish the rest of this article. The Yankees will now get more than one series in these playoffs. McKay will have even more ammo for Mets fans next time he hears their complaints. Now they're going to own up against the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays had a very good season. Okay. Whether they beat the Yankees or not, that's going to be a little bit tougher series than the Red Sox. They have a veteran team. You have one player that's probably going to be leaving, so he's got a lot of, behind him, and that's Bo Bichette. They have one of the best players in the game, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's not going anywhere. You have George Springer, who basically owns the Yankees from his days from the Astros and to this day. And he's had a big year against the Yankees this year. And he hates the Yankees, by the way. But this whole idea about Sydney Sweeney, how do you know that Sydney Sweeney was just nothing more than a big pain in the ass? Most blondes are a pain in the ass. Believe me, I know. Some blondes can be the biggest pain in the asses in your life, and you can't let them go. That's honest truth. Yeah. And there can be any kind of reason for a woman not to want to go out with you. It could be any reason. It could be just a moment. And if they're blonde and they're attractive, like this girl is, you never know. But Michael Not Okay is quite the interesting character. I hope he continues to stick around for another 10 years. We can talk about him and his anger issues, and he should see a therapist. He's got such anger issues. He's got such a hothead. This guy. My goodness gracious me. But You let me know what you think about this video. And of course, if Michael K and watches the Yankees lose any series, he'll still be waiting. And he'll respond to this. He'll respond to something. Because this is how he is. This is the one thing we learned about him this year. He doesn't like anything. Everything bothers him. His co-host bothered him. He didn't like them. You let me know what you think about this video. And of course, please subscribe to Baseball Hut 2. And I'll see you later.